me something we learned last week about the United Kingdom. They do. They have different words. They use different words than we do. What else? Yes. Does anyone know what countries those are? He said their flag is a combination of the different countries that make up the United Kingdom. Tell me one of them. Okay. What was that?
Northern Ireland.
Very good.
Wales.
Wales, and one more.
Scotland.
Awesome. You guys remember. That's great. All right. Anything else that stands out?
No.
What?
Wales didn't become a country until, part of the United Kingdom until,
Later, yes. Wales was actually a part of England when the flag was created. That's why there's not a representation of Wales in the flag. Very good. All right, and last thing.
Instead of driving on the right side of the street, they drive on the left side.
I know. Could you imagine? It's so
What if you're on
different,
the
isn't it?
right side? I mean the left side.
If you're on the wrong side of the road, then imagine, hopefully you won't get hurt, but you would get pulled over and probably get a ticket.
That's not good.
Yep, it would be just like driving on the wrong
Personal
side of the
experience.
road here. Alright. Today, we're going to talk about the monarchy of the United Kingdom. Does anyone know anything about the royal family? You do? What do you know?
I think the little, I don't want to be rude, but the little old lady, Queen Elizabeth.
Very good. Queen Elizabeth.
I think that's her son. He has a son.
Yes.
His name is, is he a prince or
He is a prince. Good. Fourth son? Okay, she has one son and daughter.
she's like the third.
Kind of. Well, today we're going to talk about what it means to be a part of the monarchy of the United Kingdom. And we're going to talk about Queen Elizabeth and her family and the duties.
King William too?
Okay. A monarchy is a form of government with a monarch as the head. So here in the United States, who is the head of our country? President. Okay. Well, in the United Kingdom, they have a prime minister, which is like the president, but then they also have the queen, Queen Elizabeth II. A monarch is a sovereign head of the state, such as a queen or king. Does anyone know what sovereign means? What? It means like a supreme head. Like she is it. She is the head of the state. They overtake constitutional and representational duties. So, that means that the monarch, the Queen Elizabeth, and the Prime Minister collaborate to create rules and laws like we have here. This is Queen Elizabeth II. She became a Queen of England in 1952 when her father passed away. She is married to Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, and she is currently 88 years old.
How long do they, are queen? Or is it like a
She can
president?
be queen until she is no longer able to carry on her duties as the queen, or until she passes away. So she could be 100 years old and be the queen still, if she's able to. If she is not able to, then her son, Charles, Prince of Wales, would step in and he would take over the title of king. celebrated her Diamond Jubilee, meaning she had been the queen for over 60 years. That's a long time, isn't it? Do you have a question?
Is Queen Elizabeth related to Queen Elizabeth I?
She is. Queen Elizabeth I is actually Queen Elizabeth's grandmother.
What?
Yes.
The mother.
Her mother, you know, I don't recall her mother's name, but I'll have to look that up. Okay, yeah. Charles is the oldest serving heir in British history. He is in his 60s. So, yes, his mother is still alive. He was married to Lady Diana Spencer, and he has 2 sons. Does anyone know who those 2 sons are?
It's a baby one, I think.
Not quite. The baby is actually her grandson. You know?
Like I talked about earlier, the son and his wife, Prince William.
Prince William is one of his sons, and Prince Harry. You remember seeing them? They're kind of popular. Prince William has another child, yes. This is Prince William. I think that's who you all keep.
Yeah, I've seen him on the magazine.
Yeah, she's about to pop.
They have the little baby Prince George.
The little turkeys.
Yes, and she's expecting another child. They were married in 2011, and you all probably didn't watch it, but it was like a really huge deal. People got up at 4 o'clock in the morning because of the time difference here in the United States to watch them get married. What was that? Prince William is older than Prince Harry. So Prince William would be the king after Prince Charles.
So Prince Charles is already the king.
No. Queen Elizabeth is the current queen. And if Queen Elizabeth passes away or is no longer able to complete her duties as the queen, then she would pass the title down to her son, Prince Charles.
So they don't have kings while they're queens
No, because we're staying in the same family line. Queen Elizabeth is married to the Duke of Edinburgh, but he is not blood related to the Queen, so that is why it would not be passed to him if he were still alive. Does that make sense?
So he's not still
So you have to be blood related to the Queen, and you have to be, for instance, we talked about Prince William. He is the oldest child of Prince Charles. So he would be the next in line after Prince Charles.
After Prince William will be his son.
Yes, after Prince William, it would be his baby son, Prince George. Because it keeps following down generation after generation.
What if it stopped?
Like they don't have any children.
Like after Prince George, he has no kids.
Then it would probably go to a sibling.
I was gonna say, I bet if like William didn't have a son and William died, it'd probably go to Harry.
Like in the
But
Lion
Harry got
King.
bypassed because William had a son,
Like
right?
in the Lion
So can you
King.
imagine?
just like the lion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Prince Harry.
Mufasa. Scar was trying to kill Simba because he wanted the next in line.
That makes sense.
And this is Prince Harry.
I feel bad for him.
He is the fourth in line to succeed. So we have, he looks American.
He looks like
The United Kingdom, look, it's just like us. They speak the same language, it's just, you know how we live in Alabama and we have a southern accent, maybe? It's kind of like they speak proper English. So we both speak English.
They speak with eloquence. Like, because they probably kissed the Blarney Stone. We talked about the Blarney Stone yesterday.
Yesterday.
And I remember
We learned the word
So
eloquence.
Prince Harry is the fourth in line, so Queen Elizabeth, Prince Charles, Prince William, Prince Harry. Yeah, so he's actually, yeah, he's the fourth.
But if this baby's another boy, could that one
Then
not?
he will move, yeah.
Yeah.
So Prince Harry.
Prince Harry.
Really?
I don't think he really wants it. He's the one that goes and plays.
Okay, so the queen, her responsibilities include ceremonies, receptions, visits, with important people, charitable people in the United Kingdom and abroad. She reads so many letters from the public. Can anyone guess how many letters a year she reads from the public?
Me? Say 2 million.
How many?
2 billion.
Not quite. She reads 100,000 letters
I was gonna say
a year.
I was about to say 2 billion.
Could you imagine?
Her eyes was really
100,000
hurting.
is a lot of letters.
Wait, Natalie should be the queen.
She posts 2,000.
reads. She reads. They said Madeline should be the queen because she reads a lot.
She already got
There
She
you
can
go.
handle the pressure.
They post 2,000 royal events a year. 2,000. Could you imagine? Like, I
Oh, that's a bunch of
I had
chocolate.
like 2 birthday parties in one weekend. 2,000.
Because she has a big family, so probably they have a lot of birthday parties.
No. Yeah. Then it would go to Prince William. Yeah. So the royal family, if the queen is unable to do something, then her family members would step in and help her. Prince Harry, Prince William, and his wife Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, do a lot of work for the queen, represent her at events and charity work. There are over 3,000 charities that list a member of the royal family as a patron or president. That's a lot of charity work. A duchess? It's just a formal name for
A lady do.
Yes, that's true. It's the female version of a duke.
Hi, me and Miss Sarah was just discussing, you know how Prince William, he's like the Duke, and Kate, she's the Duchess. So wouldn't that be, he's known as the Duke because he's next in line, and Prince Harry just known as Prince Harry because he isn't? Is
Right,
that
he does not have a full.
okay, so that's why they're called Duck.
Right.
Duck.
Once he married Kate Middleton, and they took the royal titles of the Duke and Duchess of
Yeah.
Cambridge. But because Harry is not a direct line to the throne, he doesn't get a royal name.
Okay.
So Harry really gets the shaft, and she doesn't.
Poor Harry, he doesn't mind.
No, I wouldn't mind either. Okay, so next we're gonna watch a short little video, and does anyone know who Katie Couric is? I seen her on the news. Okay, well she goes on a tour of Buckingham Palace, and at the end she gets to meet the Queen. And I want you to pay attention to the palace and the detail there. And I also want you all to remember, you keep telling me that you remember how we talked about how they speak differently. So pay attention to the way that the man, he is at the head of Buckingham Palace, speaks. And also at the end, you'll get to see a garden party that the Queen is hosting. And they'll talk about whether or not you should curtsy the Queen. Does anyone know what a curtsy is?
Yes, it's like this.
Yes.
I don't like this.
And those are just some different
Yeah,
things
you're back.
that I want you to make note of. Just a different.
Sometimes.
Y'all go there? No, they don't know what to say. And every time the Queen walks out, they play their national anthem, which is God Save the Queen. And it's to the same rhythm.
I'm leaving.
That's it.
lot of times it's loaded in like a slideshow if it's not already saved to the computer.
It won't. Okay.
Do you know what it is to like
Yeah.
You can turn it on. But you can turn it on. Oh, she might read it.
ASU State House.
Okay, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but Buckingham Palace is the palace where the Queen resides, where she lives.
Oh, I know that. You have to do this one.
Ariana, we turn it up, please.
Home. It's the home office for the British monarchy, Mr. President, and it's where she performs her duties as head of state. Hello,
Katie,
how
good
are
afternoon.
you?
Welcome to Buckingham Palace.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure.
Edward Griffiths is the deputy master of the household. Nice little place you've got here.
Not so little.
He greeted me at what is effectively the front door of the palace, the grand entrance, where guests of the Queen attending receptions or state dinners undoubtedly start to sweat. It's a little overwhelming.
In a sense, it's a very grand place, but we spend a lot of time to try and make people feel relaxed and at home, and the Queen is always very keen that her guests feel relaxed.
Griffiths his name, hospitality's his game, working with a staff that's accustomed to hosting about 50,000 guests every year.
We have 8,000 guests at each garden party.
Wow, 8,000?
8,000 for every garden party, and usually 3 garden parties a year.
That's a lot of hats.
It's a lot of hats.
Griffiths led me up the grand staircase to the famous picture gallery, which showcases a painting collection owned by King George IV.
Here, paintings by Rubens. Above the fireplaces are Canaletto, there's Rembrandt, the builder and his wife, and a little bit further the Vermeer.
The gallery is also where the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge held their wedding reception last year. Was it fun?
It was a very spectacular and beautiful reception and a beautiful evening.
But it got a little crazier, didn't it?
No, it didn't get crazy at all.
I hope it got a little
No,
crazy.
No.
A lot of dancing?
No, there was dancing, but no, nothing crazy happens at Buckingham Palace. We do very respectful parties.
And you may recognize this, the White Drawing Room. I understand this room is very popular for photographs, is that true?
Well, there have been some notable photographs here indeed, and Queen and Duke of Edinburgh for their 50th wedding anniversary.
Their golden anniversary,
Their
which
golden
seems
anniversary,
appropriate to be
absolutely,
taken in this room.
yes. Prince William's christening was also done here in front of the fireplace.
The White Drawing Room is also where the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh greet their guests, and they really know how to make an entrance.
They would come here from their private rooms, and you probably won't find that you can see a door, but this is the
Wow, that is so cool.
door neatly hidden behind a piece of furniture.
Finally, from the Blue Drawing Room, you get a great view of Her Majesty's backyard. Wow. A sprawling 40-acre garden where she hosts at least 3 parties a year, continuing a royal tradition that dates back to Queen Victoria in the 1860s. And how do you get an invitation? Not that I'm suggesting anything, but...
Well, I think one of the wonderful things about a garden party is that people will be invited from all walks of life and from all over the country.
Even all over the world, including a certain TV presenter, as they say in the UK, from Arlington, Virginia.
Well, is it true that you shouldn't wear open-toed shoes? Is that true?
Elsa Anderson is the Queen's press secretary.
We're here at a garden party here at Buckingham Palace.